Immigration is one of the most divisive issues in the country, including the battle over the so-called Dreamers. But you may not have heard that concern over immigration policy has led to a surge in applications for citizenship among those currently holding green cards. And some of those seeking to become full citizens are getting help from an unlikely source, using Americana to help create Americans.
So this was the United States in its entirety in the beginning. This is how we started out as a country.
On the bottom floor of New York City's oldest museum, groups of immigrants are working to become American citizens. They range in age, origin, and aspirations. How long have you been in America?
57 years.
Wow. So why now?
Because I want to vote.
Green card holders like Ingrid Kaminsky are part of the Citizenship Project. The free 6-week course uses artifacts from the New York Historical Society to help students pass the civics test required to become a citizen.
The Louisiana Purchase, okay? So how would you describe the Louisiana Purchase? It's large, right?
In the classroom, a map shows how the Louisiana Purchase doubled the size of the United States. But the real lesson happens at the exhibit, a red stain on the official document signed by Napoleon.
It's not blood. What else is red and popular in France?
Wine.
Wine. Very good. This is a wine stain on the Louisiana Purchase original document.
These details add humanity to the history, which might just help the students pass the test.
What do you think about this wine stain? Why is it funny?
Because when you think about it, you think about the fact that he was just a regular human. Like, I'm a wine drinker, so I think about it like it happened to me.
Exactly, right?
Hiroshima Aguero immigrated from the Dominican Republic just 9 months ago. She's taking this course with her mother. Do you think about America differently, knowing more about its history?
For me, America's always been a great country, and learning about the culture and deeper and about the history is even more important, and it makes you feel very happy, and it makes you feel you actually made the right decision of coming over.
The Historical Society, in partnership with the City University of New York, began the project after President Trump announced a travel ban on certain visitors at the start of his administration.
It's time to begin moving toward a merit-based immigration system.
While the ban is still working its way through the courts, his current immigration proposal aims to cut legal immigration in half.
We've been working with Dominicanas USA, the Korean American Foundation.
Jen Shantz is Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of the Historical Society. In a moment when the question of immigration is so fraught, does it feel like you guys are doing something a little bit radical here?
No, we're not a political organization. We don't make political statements. We really are doing what we are supposed to do. And our mission is to teach American history. So that's what we're doing, and we're just doing it in a way that helps an immigrant community, just like it helps the general public.
The curriculum, it turns out, was also created by immigrants. You are a green card holder from the Netherlands,
yes,
but you don't have your citizenship yet.
Not yet. My students tease me about it all the time when I mention that I don't have it yet. And they say, well, you better pass, otherwise it would be very embarrassing.
Samantha Rikers is the project's manager and a class teacher. What was the hardest question to pair with an artifact from the collection?
The hardest question was, what is the rule of law? Which is, first of all, a difficult question. I think if you would ask an American citizen, what is the rule of law, they wouldn't be able to say, nobody is above the law. Everyone must follow the law, which is the right answer. And I connected that to the Boston Massacre, because John Adams actually represented the British soldiers. And he stated, I did this because the rule of law is more important. If we're just going to judge these people and let mob rule the country, then we are not going to be a civilized nation.
The course celebrates American history, but doesn't rewrite it. What are the difficult chapters to teach?
Well, slavery for one, and civil rights. When we teach about westward expansion, in our geography lesson, we teach about Andrew Jackson's Indian Removal Act.
It will place a dense and civilized population in large tracts of country now occupied by a few savage hunters.
On display is a statue of Osceola, the Florida Seminole who resisted surrender of native lands to white settlers.
That was very important to me because those are often groups that are not included in the questions on the test. But we want to show that they're also part of American history, and that the history of the United States is very complicated, and we think that's important for new citizens to know.
Here, the legacies of America's past sit side by side with the promises of its future.
This should never stop. I will, recommend this course and this project to anybody who's finally took the decision of becoming an American citizen.
You know, the debate over immigration is so heated, it's so fractious, and it was really reassuring and wonderful to see this sort of deliberative process that these immigrants are undertaking to become part of our country. It was really wonderful.
It looks like a really cool course. I love the wine stain on the Louisiana.
I did not know that. I learned a lot.
A lot gets done over wine.